Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, diving into the treasure map versus Luffy for the 5+ Beppo, and we're utilizing the boosted teams. However, this particular treasure map seems very cooked. Right now, it does seem as if the treasure map is a little bit bugged. The final boss, we're meant to be able to kill the back units, but unfortunately, it's not actually working. I don't know if it's an issue with something like the bird giving too much damage, and then we're just applying way too much damage to the front characters. But whenever you use a character like special that's meant to kill out the Frankie and the Brook in the back, it's tending to just do all the damage on Luffy. So we're going to dive in with the boosted teams, and we're going to give this a try. I did manage to clear it, though, by utilizing Akainu and his burn mechanic. So if that's the case, early on, we might just use the Akainu burn mechanic. Make sure to go check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys. It doesn't use any of the new batch, but I believe that we could probably just find a way to squeeze Akainu onto the team, and that's going to work out quite nicely. So we're going to take on Beppo first, and this is the team that I have put together that utilizes the new batch. It uses Blackbeard. I did substitute Kaido off just to try and get more points, but right now it just seems like it's just really, really bad for this particular treasure map right now, man. Like, I just don't know what is actually going on. We're trying to get to the bottom of it. Hopefully the right people have been informed. Well, the right people have been informed. Hopefully they do something about it, I should say. But we'll have to wait and see what that actually looks like. So, for the intrusion, we're going to dive in with one Lucci, one Kaku. That way we have both of them available to us. And on stage 2, we can actually lower the what's it called? We can lower the defense as well as the threshold. Now, our Ace and Kuzen aren't getting buffed, and as you can see there, I saved a Tandem Orb on my Blackbeard. Very important that you guys do that, because you do need a Tandem Orb barrier. Tandem Orbs to remove the barrier on this stage against Beppo. So, we have the support of the waifus here. That's going to give 1 turn of cooldown to Kuzen. We can then use Kuzen to get the extra Tandem Orb, and with that, we're going to be able to break through the barrier. So that's going to work out quite nicely here. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Easy peasy stuff. On the final stage, Beppo is also going to roll back our specials by 1 turn, and if you actually use a special that does cooldown, then the enemy's going to do some bad things. Like, you just don't want to do that. So the super swap of Luchikaku is the play here. The super swap is going to allow you to get 1 turn of cooldown for your entire team. You get 9 turns of attack down as well, so having double Luchikaku here is very, very nice. That way you can get around the 7 turns of attack down. We're also going to get a chain bounder here as well. The Kaku unit is actually just in the wrong spot, which is very annoying. But that's okay. We should be fine. That should remove the chain lock, apply a new chain lock, and that should be enough damage to kill here, I'm assuming. Beautiful. So that is the intrusion fight team. Ideally, I kind of want to, like, probably start as my Lucci. Or, sorry, my Kaku, and then friend Captain Lucci, so that way I'm switching into Kaku, just so I have a little bit more orb RNG, or I have to rely on orb RNG, I should say. And then we move. So, let's get our way to the final fight. And let's hope for the love of God that something is going on here. It might have something to do with the territory. It might have something to do with that. So let's find out. We're not going to use the pistol. I wanted to use the pistol so bad, man, because I just want to get this recording done, and I just want to move on. Alright, so taking on Frankie now. For the Frankie fight, we are going to utilize Nami and Karina. We're going to use 1 Nami and 1 Karina to take this down. And we have a bunch of supports to help us out with a bunch of fun stuff like the Despair, as well as the Barrier. So that's the team. Let's dive on in. Apologies for the lack of energy. This treasure map has just kind of really got me in a bit of a head-scratching kind of mood. was hoping to have all these videos pumped out as well, and because of the issue, kind of on the backlog, which is a bit of a shame. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. We're going to use Vista to wave clear turn 1. We're going to use Izokiki to wave clear turn 2. And then we can move on to the final stage. On the final stage, we have the supports to remove the Despair. The enemy's going to put up a territory, which we can remove with Luffy, which is really, really fun. And then we are going to use the Nami special to bypass the barrier. You can use Karina here if you want to get the cooldowns on your crew members. And then that way you can remove stuff like the territory. You can give cooldowns to Luffy, do some more damage there. But in the early stages, it should be enough to just sort of tap your way through. But later down the line, you're definitely going to need a little bit more gusto in terms of attack boosting, orb boosting, all of that fun stuff as well. So, all right, we're gonna have to use a gem to recover stamina this early. Is crazy. That's crazy. All right, it is what it is though. We got a 5. We'll go this way. Another pistol card. Unfortunately, I don't have the Stussy card, which is going to give us guaranteed guns, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Alright, so for the Nami fight, we're utilizing a Kainu here. A Kainu works great. He basically just covers you for literally everything, which is awesome. So, we're going to start as a Kainu, and we're going to bring our own Kainu friend captain. And then we're going to use Zoro as a wave clearer here. Ironically, they only boosted 3 strength characters this particular treasure map, so I believe they want you to try and use one of every type for a Kainu, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter all that much. You can just use one Kainu special, and that is basically going to cover you for everything. The end of turn damage, the despair removal, it's all coming up Millhouse there, which is great. Which is coming up great. Moving on to the Sanji fight now. We are using double Hiyori for this particular fight. The 5+ Hiyori actually works really, really well because she has bind removal in her kit. The bind removal is very, very handy, as that way you don't have to worry about bringing a unit for it, but I believe you could just use supports to get it around it as well, so that's always going to be nice. So that's the team. Let's dive on in. I believe I moved Brook onto this team because Daifuku wasn't working as a wave clearing unit, so I moved I think I put Zoro on the Nami team, so that way I could get some wave clearing shenanigans there. We're going to use the double Brook special here. That's going to wave clear. And then if you have the Burgess rare recruit, you can just replace Luffy on this team with that Burgess rare recruit, and that's basically going to do the same thing. But for myself, I don't have Burgess, so I'm actually using the PK Luffy. He works out really, really well because he gives you a full bottle recovery orbs, and with that, he's going to allow you to bypass the barrier and the attack down below a certain chain. If you have Arlong, make sure you bring Arlong on this team. He's going to give you a threshold. He's going to remove the stun. He has the Enrage limit break ability, so that way you don't have to worry about the increased damage, and with that you can tank the 100k pretty easily here. Luffy for now is just going to be enough with the Hiyori taps, but once you get a little bit later down the line, if you use the Hiyori specials, that's actually going to help you out with a little bit more damage. So just be mindful of that. Early on you should be fine, but later down the line you're going to want to try and find a way around that. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. All right, moving on to the Zoro fight now. We are using double Nami. I did just throw Yamato on this team just because points. But you guys can use pretty much anything you like there if you guys don't have Yamato. Running double Nami works really, really well because you can just remove the paralysis. And then the captain swap's not a big deal because your bottom row characters being Beppo and Yamato work quite nicely as captain options. As for the wave clearing option, you can use your Nami special. Your Nami special is actually going to work really, really nicely because she's going to get captain swapped out. Well, the friend captain actually is now that I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, I probably wanted to save mine. Okay, that was silly of me. Yeah, no, you want to use the friend captain because your captain's going to get swapped out. And then that way you're going to want to use her to remove the damage reduction. Hopefully we don't get Beppo. Damn. Alright, the damage reduction is still going to be live, but that's okay. We should have enough damage. We should have enough damage here. I'm going to use the Law Special just to set defense to 0. He's going to give us an attack boost because we have that Orb Boost carryover effect. And then I'm just going to bink the special of Beppo to give us some color affinity. With that, I'm really hoping we just have enough damage here. Alright, beautiful stuff. Ideally, you would use your Nami special, like use the friend captain to wave clear, so that way you don't have to worry about the action blind. But, look, potato, much of a muchness there, so works out quite nicely. Let's move on to the final fight now, and the one that we're all anticipating. I believe if you use the, what's it called? If you use the territory of Blackbeard first, that should be enough. I believe. So, we're going to go in like this. We're actually not going to worry about our bottom units. And then I'm actually going to put Garp on Kuzan. So that way we can get around the special bind. Now, something that we actually noticed is it is only, what? It is 7 turns of special bind. But you kind of just want to use your Luchikaku special first. So, we actually can still remove the bind now that I'm thinking about it. So, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're just going to run it like this. That should be fine. And we need a Kaku friend captain. I believe if we use the territory of Blackbeard first, that should be the key to actually doing the damage. So we're going to dive in like this. We are going to get binded in our bottom row, but I don't really care about that, to be honest. All of our damage is coming from Blackbeard, Seraphim, and the Luchikaku units anyway. So that's the reason why I'm not overly phased by removing the bind on the bottom row. But like I said, you could definitely do it with support and whatnot as well. So let's do this. Let's do that. Bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. On stage 2, Seraphim's going to get special binded. We're going to get attack down. There's the special bind removal. Use the Seraphim for the rest of it. Switch with our Luchikaku friend captain. And then we can use our Luchikaku friend captain. Now, that just kills everything. That works very, very nicely. With that, we should just be able to tap here. Luffy dies, and then we can move on to the final stage. On the final stage, we want to use the Blackbeard special first. That's going to remove the... what's it called? That's going to remove the territory. I don't know if the territory is the reason that this is happening. But Blackbeard's not only going to remove the territory, but he's going to increase that attack boost. Then we can switch. That seemed to do good damage. We then use Luchikaku. The back units die. Beautiful stuff. And then we should be able to kill Wham Bam. Thank you, ma'am. So there you guys go. That is going to wrap up the video with the boosted units, getting it done. If you enjoyed the video, build the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. I have, obviously, the no new units, no One Piece Day characters video out for you guys too, if you guys want to go check that out. Link will be in the description. Apologies for the lack of energy in this video, but like this treasure map kind of got me down a little bit bad. But if you enjoyed the video, like I said, build the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.